we gonna call him Junior. Okay, if y'all hear me say Junior, I'm talking about Dr. Hall with all due respect, and the amazing Pastor Antoine Burton. So we want to hear from them. These men have been out. They're going to tell us what they're doing in the community. They're going to talk to us about the crime prevention and jumping in front of the community and having a presence. And I'm just excited about it. Yes. And so, Sam, before we bring these amazing men forward, what's happening?
Everything is happening. It's the start of a new year,
yes.
14 days, yep. Just doing things, aligning with nonprofit organizations, and doing my work in the community through art and style.
I love it, through art and style. And see, these are the types of reports we want, not it's 14 days in and we've had 13 people murdered, right? Mm-hmm. And so for most of us, we live in this kind of dichotomy of wanting to embrace our culture, wanting to be excited about our businesses, wanting to be excited about our family, community, and children, but then the consistent reminder that people are being murdered in the streets, right? Yeah. So last Saturday, 4 days ago, because my life is just one continual big old day, but Saturday, my son and I and a group of community advocates were at Hilton and Emerson Avenue when they started shooting. And so we have to understand that for those of us who want to be able to be expressive, I just want to be a 35-year-old hot mama, but I can't. Mm-hmm. When I'm raising a son in a community, in an environment that says that my son very well could be hit by a stray bullet, you know, that any of us could be hit or killed or targeted. Mm-hmm. And so we want to talk more to the men who have been out here doing the work, boots on the ground. You ready?
Yes.
All right.
Ready.
I wish we had like something that rhymed with Hall. Let me see if I can get creative. Let me see.
Ball.
Oh, yeah, I like ball. Y'all. All right, here we go, y'all. You ready?
About to stand tall.
Here we go, y'all. He's. You gonna let me get started? No. Okay. Here we go, y'all. Dr. Hall, he answered the call. Hey. Dr. Hall, he's standing up tall, walking through the community, making a call, saying, where y'all at?
Hey.
Saying, bring it back.
Bring it back now.
Have the men out front.
Get it.
We want to bring it up.
Get it up.
No more violence. No more killing. No more stealing. All of healing. We want it all. Welcome, Dr. Hall.
Come on, bars.
Bars. She spits hot fire. All I needed was an auto-tune and to say, once or twice, right? And so, thank you, because girl, that's voice. And so, Dr. Hall, before you get started, I'm going to bring my prince in. He is what I call my human capital. Human capital, and meaning he is my social investment in this world, right? Yes. And so, Prince, come forward. He's going to drop what he likes to call his political or his riddle for the day. So you guys who are tuning in for the first time, we do a riddle. We want you to call in and give us the answer. The number is 404-436-1277. Prince, stand right here between us and say it very loud. First of all, you're going to say hi? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, that's done.
Hi.
Okay. Say it big.
What's easier to give than receive?
What is easier to give than receive? Okay, that's it? Mm-hmm. All right, give me a pound on that. So Joshua will come back and tell us if the callers are right. Callers, drop in or tell us what you think your answer is. And I think it's going to be relevant to tonight's topic. What is easier to give than receive? I would say it's not $20. But anyway, I digress. So, Dr. Hall, thanks for being here with us tonight.
Thank you for the invite.
No worries. I try to find things that I can do that brings my son kind of inclusively into our situations. Yes. But not ever being out with me and getting shot at, right? Exactly. That's definitely not what we want. No. So you guys are out how many days a week?
3 days a week.
3 days a week. What days are they?
Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturday afternoons.
Wow.
Yeah.
Committed. How long have you guys been walking?
Since June.
Of what year? 2019?
2019.
Wow.
We started out with 22 men.
Okay.
And we're now over 1,018 of us.
Wow.
That have walked the walk with us.
Wow.
Since June. So we usually average about 200 to 250 men each night.
Okay.
And when we walk into a neighborhood, the whole atmosphere changes.
Wow.
There's something about strong men walking
Absolutely,
together.
there is. Absolutely.
And in a impoverished area, seeing a drug dealer stand tall, you know, somebody that's on drugs try to straighten up,
right?
Because they can feel the power of the men coming through the neighborhood. grandmothers running outside crying, thanking us for coming through the neighborhood. Little girls coming up to us and saying, I feel safe because there's a lot of men here.
Wow.
One young lady down in the McCullum homes, we were walking through and somebody had just got shot there like the day before.
Yeah, the one on Mount Street.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she told us, she said, we can't come outside.
Yeah.
But Mommy said we could come out today because you were here.
Wow.
We can't come outside.
Wow.
We have to play in the house. And the playground is right there.
Right.
Wow.
But they can't come out.
And so when we talk about like the projects, we talk about Gilmore Homes, we talk about, even what happened to me over the weekend. I used to live in Winchester Arms, and one of the gentlemen said, I remember you from the projects. Most people from the projects, unless you were in a community that was called such and such projects, don't really understand.
They don't understand.
That they live in the projects.
Not at all.
They don't understand that there's also a project mindset.
That's right.
And so have you noticed a change in the mindset?
The young men that we engage, even the seniors, the adult men, of course, we can't reach all of them.
Right.
But the majority of them are very receptive. First thing they ask us is this for real?
Wow.
People have told us this before, but we're not just shaking hands.
Wow.
We're actually meeting a need.
Okay, so let's go back. Because for people who have no idea what we're talking about.
Okay.
June 2019,
Yes.
group of 22 men came together.
Yes.
What's the name of it? Because, we got egos.
Gotta
Everybody got to have a name. It's the Black Street Men. What is the name of it?
It's the We, Our, Us movement.
We,
Our
Us
Us movement.
Yeah.
And I'm going to spell that second word because I know every now and then my Brooklyn comes out. It's WEOUR
Yes.
US.
You notice there are no I's.
There's no
No
I.
No.
It's not about us.
We, our, us.
Yes.
Wow. So the We, Our, Us movement started, 22 people. How have you guys been getting it out? Where have you been finding your men? And my petty flares up sometimes. You said strong men.
Yes.
What's the measurement of a strong man?
That's willing to come on the street.
Okay.
Come on, not afraid of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, coming out of his comfort zone.
It's real men covering the community.
I love it.
Yeah.
So the We, Our, Us movement, how have you been getting the word out?
Social media.
Yes, come on, you better say
Social
it.
media better.
And I'm the old head in this social media thing, but
It works when you work
my
it.
4 sons have taught me well.
It works when you
here.
work it.
So Dr. Hall, for the record, he has the Benjamin button, just so you guys understand. Next week when we see him, all the gray will be gone. He gets younger every week. And so, but social media, pushing it out there, asking people to share it, and I'm going to be honest, sometimes y'all get on my nerve because I'm trying to have an event, and all I see is the we, us, our, us, and us, and come on and walk. I'm like, get off my timeline.
That's right.
But it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
And you're right, you can't.
Right. With men, I've been leading the men's ministry at the Church of the Redeemed for 15 years. And you can't give men an option because they'll find something else to do.
Oh, whew.
That's good.
Yeah.
So consistency is everything.
Yeah.
Did you guys start at 3 days?
No, we started at 1, just on Mondays.
Wow.
And Captain, and we have the Nation of Islam.
Yes.
We have the Christian.
Hey, Brother Andrew.
We have Dr. Bunley.
Hey, Dr. Bunley.
We got so many, as Pastor Burton would say, a plethora of leadership that has come together, dropping their titles, and we're just walking as black men. Because no matter what title we have, no matter what religion we are,
That's right.
we're black men.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
And
That's
we're
the
one
common
community.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
one community. And so, we were jokingly talking about, I made it to CNN this week. And so God has been favoring just our community. And through the heartache and the pain and the loss, there was a much needed light that was shined on, what's happening, right? So we've personally lost 8 loved ones. So that's cousins, that's mentees, that's a niece. And you start to look at it and you say, well, God, what is going on, right? And so when you talk about dropping the titles and coming out, we saw that just on Sunday. I had it turned into a press conference. It was supposed to be a visual.
I saw it, yeah.
You saw it, right? Everybody saw it. Yes, I'm the chick that told Commissioner Harrison, we want to see you outside like you homeless. Mm-hmm. But let me give you the context to that. What that means is if you were walking in the community 3 days a week, and I'm driving home from work every day around 6:30, I'm going to start to see you, and you're going to start to see me on a regular. Mm-hmm. That also means that there is an expectation or an accountability for one another when I don't see you. That's how we used to be in a community. Mm-hmm. And so there are homeless people that I have fed, that my son and I have given blankets to, and we know that they're going to be at specific corners. Mm-hmm. And when I don't see that person, I say, where's Michael? Right. Or where's, Joe, or where's whomever, because I'm used to seeing them. Yes. And so, yes, y'all can make it a meme. I keep saying it, make it a meme. But I'm unapologetically Baltimore, right? Going back to what you were saying about community, about us looking at one another and understanding we have a responsibility to be the village. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you think that these 6, 7 months, 8 months, do you think that we are building village? Tell me about it.
I got so many stories to tell.
Oh, I love it. We got at least an hour.
Yeah, I got some stories. Can you imagine walking in the street and somebody that's homeless, they don't smell good, they don't look good, clothes are torn, they're dirty, and you reach over to them and hug them.
Come on.
And tell them that you love them. And then you begin to see tears running down their face.
Wow.
When everybody else is saying, get out of my way, you
walking
stay.
Past them.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
We know that we have to look up at everybody that we engage.
Wow.
Not look down at them, but look up at them.
That's good.
Because we all have family members that's on some level in that.
Oh, yeah.
And we can even look in the mirror.
Yeah.
How about
say,
that? Yes.
That's who we used to be.
Right.
So
right.
We have so many men from every walk of life that when we come together, everybody pours in. Everybody dropping nuggets so that we can become wise men. Wonderful. So an area that I'm lacking, I become wise in that area, An area that I'm a little fragile in, now I'm strong in, So they go back, they keep asking us this question, is this thing for real?
Yeah.
So the young men that we've got jobs for are now walking with us.
That's beautiful.
That's amazing.
So you don't have to hear it from me. You can hear it from Jeff.
See?
You can hear it from Suzanne.
Right.
You can hear it from Keith.
Yeah.
You can hear it from a mother saying, you saved my son's life.
See?
Because now he has a 9 to 5. He's not on the street anymore.
Healing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And you guys have gotten so many people jobs. As a matter of fact, I think, hey, Ty, I just saw Be Fit, Be More. Ty's on.
Yeah.
You guys have gotten so many people jobs. I know when I first started my campaign journey, I said to the team, I want to make sure that we are getting at least 11 people a job a month. Yeah. And if we're not close to that goal, I'm calling people and I have people call me.
That's right.
I think Taisha and Tasha, who both from through Baltimore City, the health department and Baltimore City Youth Works, have called me just this week and said, hey, I need jobs for people. I'm grateful for the people who give out my phone number because sometimes I'm not at my 11 and I'm like, wait a minute, we got trash on the road and and people are hungry and they're looking for something to do. And I'm going to share with you a story that just broke my heart. One of the first guys that I was able to get a job, get him off the corner. He's making consistently $18 in the solar paneling, making $18 an hour in training. Right. He's going to walk away with a certification that he owns, that he can take wherever he wants. Was in a car. He was in the passenger side with a female friend down by, I think he was at Harlem and McKean.
Okay.
And someone ran up on him and shot him 11 times.
Wow.
He was maybe 5 weeks into working. And so what happens again, because we're in the community, we get to know these people. We get to see these people. And everybody becomes my niece and nephew. So if I don't get a, hey, Aunt Tori text, I'm looking for my babies, right? And so a month goes by. I haven't seen my baby. I'm riding down Monroe Street. I want to know where he is. I'm on his Instagram. I'm trying to think, look, I'm super sleuthing like he my baby daddy. I want to know, where is my nephew? Where is he? He was in the hospital for 46 days. Wow. He made it. He survived, and he's getting prepared to go back to work.
All right.
and that's by the grace of God. And so he has seen the movement. I'm ready for the day he comes out there and walk. He'll be there. I have minded my black-owned business. I have stayed in my lane as a woman. But the day my nephew comes to walk, I'm going to be out there screaming and shouting. Because he could have gone and picked up a gun and gone and found the person who shot him and retaliated. But instead, he decided to heal because you know what? It's the first time he ever earned anything.
That's a big goal.
Big goal.
When they achieve it, it's nothing that you can say for the feeling that they have.
Wow.
You know, because it's an achievement.
I'm feeling a tear.
Can you imagine so many people look down at the ones that may be a troubled youth?
Right.
You know, and they tell them you're not gonna be nothing.
Right.
You know, your mother was nothing, your father was nothing. Matter of fact, your family wasn't anything. So there's nothing good come out of your family.
My goodness.
You know, and because how do I know that? That's used to be me.
Yeah.
You know, back in the 60s, if you was born out of wedlock, they didn't let you play with the other kids.
Right, because you were a bastard child, right?
You know, and so they kept my grandmother.
Baby, do you know how different that would be today? You would have the one child in marriage playing by themselves. Go over there with your two-parent household. We don't like your kind.
Yeah,
and I'm joking, but it's sad because we've changed so much as a community.
Yeah. But that's the burden that I have. That even with my kids, they would never feel that that vacancy of a grandparent that me and my sister felt because we couldn't hang on her fat arms like the rest of my cousins. We did it. Get off of me.
Are you serious?
You know, we're little kids, you know. So as I got older and moved to Baltimore, got married, moved to Baltimore. So I've been up here now for 35 years.
Where you from?
Pasadena, Maryland.
Oh, you from Maryland, though? Because I was going to give you the whole check. Do you eat crabs? But you're from Maryland, okay? You're famous.
And but the city was different,
right?
You know,
right.
My godmother lived on Cumberland and Cary, so I was up there every summer.
What's her last name? Just making sure we ain't cousins.
Tulsa.
Okay, making sure we ain't cousins.
You are related to everybody.
I am. It's crazy.
You're related to everybody.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Lord have mercy.
But so got up here and started really just encouraging young men. So I've been doing this a long time, you know, because that used to be me. There were men at my mom's church that kept me in the straight and narrow, you know, and I made it, you know.
I just love what you're doing.
So we have to. It's a burden for us.
Yeah.
You know, we eat and sleep this thing. We wake up in the morning and we're texting each other in the morning. Man, did you hear that there was a killing? And we're like, okay.
Right.
So we strategically set our walks up to where those killings are.
Wow.
Because we want to let them know that you're not by yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we can't be here every day, but we can be here enough that they are not going to be able to do this on a regular basis.
That's so good. So you talked about healing from hurt.
Yeah.
Is this an opportunity for the men who are participating to also find healing?
Yes.
Can you give us some examples of that?
As we're walking and engaging, and we're sharing with these young men how much we love them and how proud we are of them, even in where they are. You know, because we know they're not going to be there long. Because we know we're going to make an impact on them that they're going to be able to impact somebody that we never meet. You know, maybe their little brother or their niece or their nephew, that when we're gone into another area, they're engaging in that area or in their home or in their neighborhood.
Wow.
And so we've got back to, we meet at the church, we pray, and then we hit the street. And as we're engaging, when we come back, we kind of woosah. And we share what the impact was for the night. And including myself, so many of the young men, of the men have come back crying.
Yeah.
You know, because they would say, they told me that I felt like nobody loved me anymore. You know?
Wow. Yeah.
Nobody loves me.
That's tough.
Nobody loves me. You know, my mother don't even love me. You know, I never knew my dad. You know, and all I had was my mom. But then she started telling me she didn't like me.
My God, because
she's broken. She needs to be healed as well.
Yeah. Or because you reminded her of your father. You know how that
cycle
goes. Yeah.
You know,
My
and
God.
so because we come from that, it's easy for us to pour into them.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You know, because we're transparent.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want a man to walk so puffed up that he can't tell his story.
Right.
You know, you can't be on the front line if you puffed up.
Wow. That's
You know,
good.
but time will come because that puffiness will be gone.
Oh yeah, it'll be
eventually.
deflated really quickly.
You know, because when you walk with us, and iron is sharper than iron, your guards are coming down lower and lower. You know,
That's good.
and you begin to become transparent, and that's what we've been doing. It's been mind blowing.
I see. I
You know,
love it.
we tell the men all the time, if you can't come for the walk, just come to get the exercise.
Yeah, 'cause what you're doing is infectious and it's
Yes.
contagious. And
Yes.
once you continue to just spread love in that way, you'll just continue to beam, and people will be attracted to that, and then
That's right.
more folks will come.
Yeah.
So I love everything that you're
And the
doing.
way we're rotating it from west side, east side, down to South Baltimore, and we're engaging, and then we come back 2 weeks later into that same area. Young men are getting jobs, and they running up to us
Wow.
saying, "Man, I got my job.
Nice.
You know, I got my record expunged. You know,
Nice.
I'm in drug treatment now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to see them healing and excited makes us excited, which puts another fire in the fireplace for us to make us push even more.
Yeah.
You know, because we know it's happening.
Yeah.
So a small victory is a big victory to us.
Oh, every
yeah.
victory.
You
And I think we have to get to that place where we actually celebrate
Yeah.
everything. So I remember when I had my son, actually, let's go back before I had my son, I went to anger management. And I actually was that person that kept going back to anger management to the point where they wrote me a little letter and said, next one you gonna pay for. And some of that was because I can't come from a very angry family. So, you know, my mom's side of the family, we from the hood. We grew up knucking if you bucking. You know, I grew up old school Baltimore, which means, oh, you got a problem, she got a problem, you go out and fight.
Yeah.
You don't come back in the house because you get beat up and then
my
sit back
gosh.
out.
Right.
And so I come from a very angry family, right? But I also come, and I love y'all. Y'all know y'all angry. We working through it. But we also are very skillful people, crafty and all of that, right? On my father's side, it was a little different because there was mental illness. There were some different things, right? So where in my mother's family, we were outside like this, and my father's family, my father was abusive. And so my father was physically abusive, and he beat me, he beat my mom, and I mean, just, you know, the terror of going through that. And so I lost my point that quick. So my family, what was I going to say? I don't know, but I'll come back to it. I forgot. It was got real for me for a second. You can interject,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna come back. No, I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay, no, I was gonna say I definitely understand what you're saying as far as the culture of your household, where you come from, and you know, it's essentially being all that you know, and then after a certain point, I mean, through the blessings of the Lord, if you're able to have somebody kind of bring you out of that space and show you something different, then it just brings so much value to your life. But if you don't have anybody pouring into you, sowing into you, then it's easy to continue to repeat those cycles. So again, I love what you're doing. I know that the male presence is so necessary. I see so many women doing work like this in different spaces that it's just amazing to see strong men go out into these spaces, because it's nothing like, you know, the power of men together, black men.
That's right.
I really can't remember. That was beautiful.
Thank
Saved the day. Thank you,
appreciate
baby. I still don't know what I was saying. Y'all have to forgive me because my brain. But so I will make it relevant though. So we all have backgrounds, like Sam said, and it is important for us to be poured into more positive than negative. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Pregnancy. And so when I had my son, I decided that I was going to do anger management. That's what it was. And the anger management was to help me understand what was the appropriate response to things and not overreact or underreact, right? Because oftentimes as a parent, we overcompensate for how we didn't have or what we didn't have growing up. When my son was very little, I celebrated everything. If he held the fork right, I celebrated. If he turned his shoes the right way, he put his shoes, I celebrated. And I still am very much like that. I would have people say to me all the time, oh, you over celebrate him. No. Or I would have people say, that's how white people parent. I've had people say that. Girl, you ain't white. Stop thanking him for doing everything. That's how white people parent. And so what I hear you saying is we're changing the mindset of what it even looks like to applaud one another. See, it was a good point. I'm glad I got it back. Thank you, Lord. to applaud one another, to acknowledge one another, to make no victory a small victory. Because I'm going to tell you something, with the trauma that happens in the city, and I like to believe that my district, that Sandtown, Winchester, that North and Penn, I always say, we are the worst.
Yes.
Because to us, we feel like we are the worst. Yeah. But I can't at all ignore what's happening on Monument Street or Bel Air Road. And so with the trauma that's happening, with the crime that's happening, with the lack of resources, lack of food, they should be applauded. Mm-hmm. A child decide not to pick up a gun and go rob to get what he needs.
And still
survive.
Yeah.
We need to applaud. Yeah. And so I'm going to hold everybody that was listening accountable, male and female. Applaud one another. Not just when we get a Benz and a Bentley or some Gucci shoes.
That's right.
When we get some new weave, girl, I see you, okay? No. Mm-hmm. Hey, you went to school today. Yeah. Yes. You got up, you went to work today.
Yes.
Right.
We have to change the narrative, and we have to speak life to one another. And I just love what you guys are doing. So let me ask you. It's election time. It's election season. It's campaign time. Yeah, but I ain't out there. I'm letting the men's be the men's. How do you discern what man or which men are there for the right reasons and who is there just to be in the forefront because it's election season?
Good question.
Thank you.
Those that are politicians that's walking with us, they are being held accountable.
Okay, so they're not out there in the Vote For Me t-shirt?
It's not happening.
All right, I love it. You gonna snatch them back?
They will get out the
Come on, you better
walk. Yeah, we don't play with that at all.
Say that.
We don't play with that at all.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we're not out there to politic.
Right.
Yeah.
We're out there to meet the need.
Yes.
And that need, politics is not gonna help.
Right. That's true.
Politics is not going in the hood.
No. Say it.
Politics is not going in the hood.
That's right. I love it.
If they were, we wouldn't have this issue.
We wouldn't have this issue.
Exactly.
You know?
I love it. And so I pointed that out. Thank you for being honest. He will snatch you. They will ask you nicely the first time, second time, brother to brother, you're going to have a problem. Don't go out here and mishandle our community.
At all.
Don't go out here and mishandle our young people, our old people, and everybody in between. If you are running for office, walk the street.
Walk it.
See the needs.
That's right.
And then figure out how to address the needs. Mm-hmm. And I would hope that if you're running, you already are currently working on addressing the needs. Mm-hmm. Because I won't personally vote for anyone who is not already doing the work.
Facts.
You can't just have woke up today and decide that, oh, now I can't. It doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. Not for me, it doesn't.
I need to see those roots.
I need to see them roots.
Real deals are real.
Real deals with real. So, Officer Shorter has been on the show. He was talking over the winter about safety tips and things like that. And I drive him crazy because what you were just talking about, men helping each other. I'm like, yeah, that's reverse mentorship. He's like, yo, everything don't have to have a title. But I'm a developer of people, right? Mm-hmm. I did 12 years in the federal government. I'm a trainer. I'm a coach. I'm like, yeah, that's reverse mentorship, Jeff. Jeff, that is reverse mentorship. But it is.
It is.
And so tell me, have you picked up any mentors and mentees in this process yourself?
Just within the men that we work with, yes.
Really? Aw.
And you do everything you can not walk in the capacity that you're called to. Because it's not about you.
Right.
Right? But it always comes back.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So even though we're walking together, we still stay in our lanes on who we are. Because then we're able to meet the need of the men that's actually walking with us.
1,000 men.
Men are hurting too.
Oh yeah.
The ones that are walking with us, some of them are unfathered.
Absolutely.
And just got out of prison. Lost one of their children in the street.
Wow.
And they're walking with us.
My God.
And we go to an area where the liquor bottles are next to the pole with the ribbons and the stuffed animals, and those fathers begin to weep because it's giving them a flashback of their son
wow.
that was killed on the street. And I too had my youngest son was shot when the shootings was happening down in the harbor. That was one of my 16-year-old.
Wow.
And so I personally, he didn't die, but it was that close.
Right.
But just the fact that you see your loved one bleeding the way he was bleeding.
We're all affected.
Yeah.
So you realize whether it's your child directly or a friend of somebody, it's in your community, it's happening next door. Like you can't not get involved.
Yeah.
And we can't not look at them and say that's their problem and not ours.
Exactly.
He's like
it's
you said,
all
we're
of our
all of
problems.
us. And so I want to call up so we've been talking about environmental hazards, environmental injustices, and they think I'm absolutely crazy with this, but I'm going to continue to say it because especially in predominantly white or Indian, Asian communities, they hold the environmental agencies and those governing bodies accountable, right? And so I want to see the number of gunshot survivors who have gone to use drugs or who have committed suicide. I know one of the boys that I used to know from Carver years ago was shot, and he and 3 other guys were shot. It was like a shootout, right? Or a drive-by shooting. He was hit. 3 other guys were hit. 2 of them died. 2 survived. He committed suicide a couple of years ago. Wow. And so what happens is there's survivor's guilt. Especially if you were just on your way to the basketball court, you weren't selling drugs, it wasn't an occupational hazard. You have so many people talking about these guys put themselves in, risk of this and that, whatever. But what about the trauma that your son? How old is your son now?
He's 26 now.
10 years of having to live with being shot. And talking to people, and I'm sure he's dating. Yeah. What happens when people want to talk about, well, what happened to you? Yeah. That is trauma. Yeah. And we have to talk about it because if we don't talk about it, we don't address it, it just continues to compound. Yeah. Now, as a woman, how y'all keeping the women out?
Oh, it's tough. So
y'all see my face?
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking, I won't pop up on.
This is what we shared. We said right now, they're coming.
They are coming. Yeah, They've been calling me like, sis, what we doing, sis? Right. What we doing? We showing up. We got shirts. We got shirts. What we wearing?
Right. That's right.
I'm like, calm down, y'all.
Yeah, so we've been asking the sisters to pray right now.
Yeah. Okay, sisters.
I love that. I love that.
I love that.
I love that.
And cover us while we're in the street because we're hugging young men with their 9s on.
And you
waist.
can feel the guns. Come on.
We're hugging young men that got so much drug money in their pockets that is hanging out. You know what I mean?
See, God don't need me down there because I'm not I'm not delivered. I be plotting on.
Yeah, but because we're not there for that,
right? Yeah.
They're kind of like wild.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning they're like, okay, homie, put the stuff away. Go put that stuff in the trunk. Let me pack my money up or whatever.
Right.
But then we meet them with love and hugs, and then talk about jobs.
Wow.
And talk about school and talk about a better life.
Can I say something? I was going to say, I don't feel like there would necessarily be as much progress, perhaps, if women were present at the outset. Right. I think definitely we can reserve just be in our space and pray.
That time is coming.
Yeah, absolutely. But for now, y'all need to forge your own ways and bonds and things with those men because honestly, men need these spaces for each other without us being
without
involved.
The distractions. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, because we can be for sure, do that. But definitely, y'all, I'm so happy that this is coming together.
So we're walking down the street and we're talking and we're talking about our families and watching each other, having each other's back as we engage because we are walking in some of the most dangerous areas of Baltimore City, and but nobody's afraid.
You shouldn't be.
Nobody's afraid.
You shouldn't be.
Because that's my brother.
That's right.
And y'all are covered.
Yeah, listen.
When we come in the neighborhood, that's our neighborhood.
Right. Yeah. And the favor follows, and there's a hedge of protection around you because you are the remnant that God has called forth. Right. And I hate to be all, churchy because y'all know I be reading from my Bibles and I read them in different iterations and languages. But anyway, that's another conversation. But when he calls forth a nation, he brings up and raises up a remnant. That's right. Somebody be a fool to think they're going to come against y'all.
Not at all. And we laugh because the naysayers.
Right.
Yes, I'm talking to you, men of Baltimore that's sitting on the couch.
Right. Get up.
That want to play the video game.
That's condemning us for not doing anything.
We want to see you out in these streets like you homeless.
Yeah. We need you.
Get out here.
We need you to man up.
Facts.
Wives, ask your husbands why they not walking with us.
Why you not out there, Darnell?
Sisters, ask your brothers why they not walking with us.
Pull. Get out there.
Congregations, ask your pastors why they not sending all the men to the street.
Say it. That's good.
Yes, that's a good one.
Y'all
know
me. I'm 100
Dr.
real
Hall.
all the time.
When your birthday?
February 11th.
I knew you were an Aquarius. I knew it. Give me a high five. We are 7 days apart. Wow. Baby, I said, oh, he got a kindred spirit. Okay, Lord. Okay. Listen, you have to call it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going to start making phone calls to my pastor friends. You ain't never been on the walk?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened. About a month or two ago, there's some naysayers, they anti-Tori Rose, and that's fine. That's their political process. But somebody called me out and said, why has Tori Rose not ever gone on a hood hikes? So Neka Namdi has a hood hike. She's Fight Blight Baltimore. Mm-hmm. And she wrote back, oh, sis, she has been there. I have been there. I don't need someone to encourage me to go out in my community and see what's going on. Mm-hmm. How can you stand on a pulpit and pray and go before God and say that you have the anointing, you have the covering, you have the call of God, and then get out of service and go get food and go home and don't think about this community? How, if you not have walked with a son, with a spiritual son, with the dude you played that you paid to play the organ on a Monday?
That's right.
Because let me tell you how I was raised. You said, what days you said? Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'm from the school that we were in Bible. We were in prayer on Monday. We were in Bible study on Wednesday.
Right.
We were in women's ministry on Thursday. We was back in prayer on Friday, and I see y'all back here on Sunday.
Right.
So we came out for church 5 days a week. You are telling me you have 3 opportunities every single week, and you have men who have not showed up. And men, I'm not chastising you. I'm giving you a call of action.
But I am.
He is.
Yeah.
Give me a pound.
It's time out. It's time out. We ride down the street and we talk about them, you know, but you being a part of the problem. You know, if I'm just inviting you to come just to one walk.
Right.
And you'll never stop coming.
You'll never stop.
You know, so I'm going to talk to you as a man and not as a believer right now. As a man, you have to meet the need of men. A woman can't meet the need of a man.
Not at all.
No.
Iron sharpens iron. God didn't make the woman strong. He made her soft and cuddly.
Wait.
I mean, not in a negative sense.
I'm just letting you know because I knock you out.
Not in a negative sense.
Because I'm punching people in the face.
But,
still,
but,
okay?
but as a man, we're supposed to be the protector.
You are. Yeah.
God built us to protect.
And we're the support.
Right?
Yeah.
And the woman of God.
That's right.
Is
Amen.
supposed to support us.
Come on.
But men, you got to get up.
Get up.
You know, if you're afraid, you don't have to be on the front line. It's already 200 of us out here already.
Right.
So you'll be 201.
Right.
So you won't
Just
be
stand
in the front.
middle.
Just get in the middle to see how it's done.
Right.
And then you'll see. But I need you to take that Gucci off.
Facts.
I need you to take those Jordans off.
The Gucci ain't real anyway. I seen
You
some
know
of
I
these
know.
men. I seen some of them.
I just need y'all to come out and be real men. You know, your pastor can't tell you what
Not
you
at all.
can't do in your own man.
Come on. Nor can your boss. Nor can anybody. Be free. I'm so tired of seeing people bound. Yeah. And let me tell you, I know I'm petty. I literally go through the pictures to see who's in the middle. I'll be like, oh, he in the middle. But he out there.
And then next time he up front.
No,
So we laugh.
some of them still in the middle.
Yeah.
But they be working their way.
They working.
They do work their
Yeah.
way. And so I'm proud of even them. That's
right.
working their way. It's outside of their comfort zone.
That's right.
Some of the men I see, and I know y'all know I be all in your weeds. Y'all have been raised in 2-parent households. You never had to worry about a meal. You went to private school. You played softball or no ball at all. You're an intellectual, and you're still out there.
That's right.
And I love that because it says that there are men who are called to every type of person. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Sam, you might not be.
Facts.
Doc, you might not be.
And that's fine.
And vice versa. But somebody is going to be drawn to you, me, and him, and whomever. So be there. Yeah. I'm going to tell you how I encourage people. And did we get any calls? We didn't get any calls for the riddle? I'm sorry. Let's go back to the riddle. The riddle was, what is what?
Was easy.
What is easier to give than receive? What is easier to give than receive? 404-436-1277. We got so excited. All about the riddle. I tell people all the time to drive past a funeral home.
Yeah.
Get in your car drive past the funeral home, park at that funeral home, and apologize. Somebody in that funeral home died without getting to know the gift that was inside of you.
That's right.
And there was a gift in you, because we all have a gift, we have a purpose,
Yeah.
that many of us are not fulfilling. If you are okay doing that 7 days a week, driving to a funeral home and apologizing to someone who died without getting to utilize your gift, then go home. But by day 2 or 3, if you start to feel like this thing is eating me up from the inside,
right.
get to work.
It's time to work.
It's time to work. I know me. I cannot die without being used up by God.
Hello. Yes.
I want to be empty.
Baby,
Yes.
I don't want to be the potential in the graveyard. And so frequently we have men who are just broken. They hurting. So I want to ask you about mental health. Who's giving you guys mental health support? Is there somebody on site there when you come back? Because, you know, they say I preach. I don't preach. I just talk passionately.
Preach.
And sometimes I'm talking passionately about the Lord. But I don't preach.
You got
Okay?
a presence about you too.
Got a presence, okay? And then every
And a
now
call.
and then, and stop it now, because we're in the show. I ain't answering it. The phone is not ringing. And so every now and then, he will also give me a word. And to pour out in that way is a lot, right? I have to have people around that can pour back in. Who is pouring back into you all?
So, the senior guys that walk with us, when we come back in Woosai, if there's any issues, we really one-on-one with them and just pour back into them.
That's good.
You know, because at the end of the day, we're emptying ourselves out when we hit the street.
Yeah.
You know, and then we come back and we have a powerful prayer at the end that God would restore and refill us.
Oh, that's good.
You know, and give us the strength back that we just poured out into this community. You know, into these men, and we can't wait till the next day. It's time to go again.
So, Nation of Islam, Christian brothers. Are there any Jewish brothers?
Yes.
Do we have any atheists that we know of, maybe?
Not that we know of,
Okay.
but we're sure they're there.
Sure, they're there. Then I asked
We
that.
didn't even
because-
ask.
Right. And we asked that because I think too frequently people will say, well, you know, they doing all that church stuff and they doing all that praying.
Right. It's an
But
excuse.
it's an excuse. But some people that are very uncomfortable,
Oh, yeah.
and I get it.
Right.
And so if you feel that you don't do the praying and that ain't your thing, that is okay.
It's okay.
You don't have to pray. We're not gonna force you to pray.
You can excuse yourself. You don't have to bow your head if you don't want to.
Right.
You don't have to engage in the prayer.
Right.
We just want you there.
We want you there. We
presence,
need
yeah.
you there.
We need every boot on the ground.
That's right. Half of y'all got spiritual, what is it? Your identity crisis anyway. Y'all don't even know if you're the true Jews anyway, but that's a whole nother situation. I'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
I'm not touching that. But come out.
Come out.
When is the next big thing?
The next, we're walking on Thursday.
Thursday.
South Baltimore, 504 Annabelle Avenue, Kingdom Life Church at 6 p.m.
So that's South Baltimore. 6
Yes.
Is it always at 6 p.m.?
Yes. Mondays and Thursdays are at 6 and Saturdays are from 12 to 2.
And how long are you guys generally out there?
2 hours.
2 hours. Okay.
We generally
Excuse me,
walk
I'm
about, it's been averaging like 3 to 4 miles.
Are you losing any weight?
Yeah, I've lost 60 pounds since June.
Go
Oh
ahead
my
now. Look at that. Serving the community and the temple now. Look at that.
that. 60 pounds. My goodness. Where will you be on Saturday?
Saturday,
I know, right? So take your time, take your time. And then don't y'all have a big event coming up?
Yes.
Let's talk about that too. Is that Monday?
Monday.
Okay, so we're gonna get the address for Saturday.
Okay.
And we're gonna get the details for Monday.
Yes.
Ooh, this
Is
is
Monday
nice.
everybody invited, or is that still just for the
Because
men?
it's the parade, we want every sister to come out and support us.
Ooh, I can come out.
Bow, bow,
And
bow.
let me tell y'all something, ladies. I'm looking right at y'all. Be decent.
Wear your all black.
Wear your black. Keep your butts in and your guts in and your
Yeah.
cleavage in. And listen, I'm hot. I think I'm fine. Okay? Let me look in every camera. The real kind. But let's do it in decency.
Yes.
Let's come together. And not be out there trying to find a husband.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you what. A man that would see you and that would understand that you have the same love and desire to serve the community, that he's out sacrificing the most precious commodity, which is his time. A man that would see you humble to come out and serve your community, that would be the man that would want to talk to you anyway.
That's right.
He wouldn't want to see all your butts and guts. Keep your butts and guts in.
That's right.
And come out and serve the community.
That's not the time.
It ain't the time. I'm going to put my Spanx
Because
on.
I can honestly tell you, I'm going to say the majority of the men. We're so engaged in what we're called to do. A lot of times we don't even see the sisters on the street unless they're walking past us, and then we open a path for them to come through.
Oh, I saw that on somebody's live. It's like the Red Sea parts. And it's respectful. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
All right, so tell us first about Monday.
Okay, Monday. My. 1,000 men. Can you picture 1,000 men walking in unity, chanting, "We, our, us"? Chanting, "If you fed up, get up."
I like that. If you fed up, show up.
It's going to blow your mind. If you've never connected with men before, I'm asking you to come out on January 20th for your first opportunity
I've got to go.
to engage with us.
Yeah.
Because I need to see this.
11 a.m.
We'll come out again.
Need to see this.
1,000 men. We're meeting at 11 a.m. at the corner of Preston and Utah. It's going to take some time to put 1,000 men in line. But we're going to have over 1,000 men. So can you picture 20 rows of 50 men
My God.
or 10 rows of 100 men?
Oh, jeez.
Strong men, willing men, men that don't have a problem in telling another brother that they love them because they already know who they are.
That's right.
That's the problem with half of the issues of our young men. Our fathers aren't saying we love them.
Yeah,
Big brothers aren't saying that we love them.
that's right.
Grandfathers aren't saying that we love them. The men in the community aren't saying that we love them.
That's so good.
But we strong and we know who we are. And if you don't know who you are, if you hang around us long enough, you'll get your identity.
That's good.
You just got to show up. I'm not a word guy. I'm an action guy.
That's good.
We don't want you to talk. We want you to walk. Just come and walk with us. And you'll see for yourself. You'll never be the same.
Wow.
My burden, my issue, my trouble came when I went to Haiti and I saw the need of so many people that were in poverty-stricken areas after the earthquake. And when I came back home, there was no way I could sit anymore.
My God.
And then here we come with this community engagement.
See?
And it wasn't even a thought for me to jump
Wow.
because I already know what the need was. You know what the need is. All we need you to do is meet the need. Right now, all you have to do is put your boots on the ground. And then we'll come together. We'll train you. We'll teach you how to engage. We'll teach you what to say, what not to say. We'll teach you when to use your camera and when not to use it. Because social media can destroy just like it can empower.
That's so good.
So we just need you to get out there. January the 20th, 11 o'clock in the morning.
What's at that corner of Preston and Utah?
That's where the state office building is.
Okay.
Yeah.
State office, so you can
So it's
park.
Upton-
It's
Upton-
Upton Subway.
Subway.
Yes,
I was
awesome,
on
awesome.
Subway down.
And so we are going to, I know we're going to probably Uber. As you were talking, what fell in my spirit was bring your sons,
Yes.
not your guns.
Bring your sons, not your guns.
Bring your sons, not your guns.
That's right.
Ooh, I love that. I'm going to put that on the t-shirt. Bring your sons, not your guns. If we start doing things with our sons in mind, and I'm going to tell you on Sunday at the corner of North and Penn, my cousin was murdered 2 years ago on the 12th of January. It was like 60-some degrees like it was on Sunday. And it was a beautiful, it was not actually not beautiful. It had rained, it was foggy,
Yes.
but it was in the middle of the day, 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. And when I went out there, because this was a beautiful Sunday, we had this little flyer, and people said, "Oh my goodness, that's Candy. We know Candy. That's Candy Man. That's Candy Man." For the whole hour that we were out, they stopped selling drugs. You ain't hear no cursing. They stood with us. They prayed with us. They held candles. And many of those young people said, "If you bring us back the brooms, we'll keep the street clean."
Wow.
And so stop thinking it's us versus them. We have sipped the Kool-Aid. The systemic racism, the systematic disenfranchise of black families.
Warfare.
It is psychological warfare, and we have bought it. And stop. And I'm going to tell you, I have two younger sisters. One of my sisters is 19 and she's pregnant. And I told my mother, I said, you know, she will not fail. It's not an option.
It's not an option.
We have demonized certain people for so long, and then our daughters turn around, and that's the very same people that they hook up with.
That's right.
Regardless if that's white people you demonize, if it's a woman on woman relationship, if it's the trap boy and the good girl, whatever.
Right.
Stop demonizing people and love one another.
That's right.
And watch what love will do.
Yes.
The word tells us love covers a multitude of sin.
He the pastor. I'm
So
not.
if we don't have to be biblical. Love covers everything.
Everything.
You know, we don't have to be so deep. We just got to be real.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know, and just share with every young man that you see. You know, ask him if there's anything that he needs.
Right.
Don't just ride by him. You know,
That's
if you
good.
see somebody homeless, you don't have to feed them every day. But just imagine if you just fed them once a week, and somebody else fed him another day, and somebody else fed him another day. He wouldn't go hungry.
Wow. Sam?
I don't have any words. I'm just happy to see that this work is being done. A lot of the times I'm talking to other women about just praying for men to come together and do something to heal themselves. But it's just a beautiful thing to see you actively doing that work. And
thank
I'll be
you.
happy to share and spread and tell other men I know, tell my husband he needs to get down there. Because it's imperative. And like you said, the strength of a man is unparalleled. And I'm totally fine with being the soft woman that I am. I just think that I'm also amongst a sea of women who are strong in our own right. But we encourage and want to just positively just encourage our men to just do what they need to do for them to heal themselves, because
Right.
it's a lot of dialogue that's not happening, especially in the Black community. And I definitely see a shift happening, whereas as we heal ourselves, we become more contagious for others. So I'm just like overflowing with joy and love.
Yeah.
And love is my religion. I say that all the
Oh,
time.
I love it. I love it.
And we
So-
feel the same way.
And we this is the change that is needed, right? And I love the fact that I think each of us has a different personality. I said on one of these days, I told you my life is just one continuous day. But I said that you don't have to be me and I don't have to be you. You just have to be the best version of you. And so tonight at a community meeting, and shout out to Crystal. Y'all can't see her, but she's in the studio. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Crystal. Hey. We talk about the Maya Angelou quote all the time about knowing better and doing better. But she says, the full quote is, do your best until you know better. And then when you know better, you do better.
Yes.
And so many of us have done our best. Now we know better. Now it's time for us to do better.
Level up.
But level up, but that's in your own lane. I don't expect Sam to ever sound like me or me to ever sound like her. And it's not necessary.
No.
What's necessary is you pick up a napkin and you go to work. You pick up a hammer, you go to work. You pick up the nails, you go to work. The community needs all of us.
That's right.
Operating in our own lanes with our own sauce. And like the young people say, I'll drip. I drip on fleek. I don't even know if that makes sense, but
And
I do it.
As we do and walk within our own purposes, it allows us to stay focused on that and not so willing to, now I'm all over in your space telling you what you need to be doing.
Right.
It's like, so I think that also needs to stop as well. Like you said,
I love it.
demonizing, I think we also need to be more focused on our purpose.
Yes.
So that we can show up and then other people will be more comfortable walking in their own.
I tell the men all the time, I said, you're bleeding, man, you're bleeding. They know what it means. You're starting to come over in my lane.
In the lane. I love that. You're encroaching. Don't encroach on me.
Yeah.
Stay in the
So
lane.
Step
I'm going to
back.
give you guys a number. Every resource that we have talked about today will be dropped on these lives in the comments. Keep the peace, stop the beef. Oh, I love it. That is a hotline. The number is 443-743-4888. Dr. Hall, how can we find you?
You can find me on social media at Dr. Rodell Hall on Facebook. You
Spell
hit me-
Rodell for us.
Rodell.
I love it.
Hit me up.
I love
Brother, if you need to be encouraged, I'm here. I won't let you get to the bridge if you call me.
it. That's good.
I won't let you get to the bridge.
Come here, Josh.
I won't let you give up if you call me.
That's so good.
If you have a son and you haven't been a good father, or you haven't been a father at all, it's not too late. He's still waiting for you to come get him.
That's so good.
He may be 25. He's waiting for you to come get him. Ask me how I know. I was waiting for my father to come get me.
Wow.
My father lived 3 doors from my mom, and I saw him ride by every day.
My God.
And every day I just knew he was coming to get me, just to spend some time with me. And that time never came. And now my dad is gone.
My God.
But my mom never spoke bad of my dad. So what I'm saying to you, come out with these brothers. It doesn't matter if you haven't been the best father. We're going to encourage you to become a great father. Ask me how I know. Because I'm a great dad. I got the scars. But my kids never got the scars.
That's so good.
Your son may have scars, but you can help heal those wounds. All you have to do is show up.
Show up.
This walk is so much bigger than what we're seeing on social media. Because you're not getting the conversations on the back end. You're not getting the effect of what just took place. Because we would be on social media all night. And nobody has time to be on social media all night.
That's right.
But we're asking you to show up because if you're hurting, we're here to help you heal. Because we used to be hurting. We all come from somewhere. We look up at you, we'll never look down at you. Because we are now, you are who we used to be.
Wow.
So we're not looking through condemning eyes. You know, we don't have time to tell you what you're doing wrong. We're going to help you do what's right. So we need you to put your boots on the ground. Come and be a father. I'm going to help you. We're going to show you the way. We got some strong men that are waiting for you to come. Because when your son sees you open up your arms to embrace him, yeah, he may mug you for a minute, but deep down inside, under all those layers of pain, he still wants to hold his father.
That's so good.
He still wants to hug his dad. Ask me how I know. I looked at my father in that casket, and I never heard him say how proud he was of me.
My God.
He never saw me catch the winning touchdown. He never saw me shoot the winning basket or hit the home run that won the game, or come across the finish line first, or even see me get my awards. And all I wanted him to do was be there. So one of the young men that walk with us all the time, he says, you know how you spell love to the young people? T-I-M-E.
Yep. Yep.
It's not about your money. It's about your time. Because action speaks louder than words. Action speaks louder than all the money that you could ever muster up. Because sometimes we give them so much that we become the bank and not the father.
That's good.
You know? Get your son to put that PlayStation down and start having some conversations with him. Take him to a ball game. Take him to lunch.
My God.
Just go for a walk. Go to the car wash. Instead of going through the car wash, you two wash the car together. When you get ready to go change your oil in your car, take your son with you. When you go to measure a piece of lumber or put up a piece of sheetrock or pull out a paint can, take your son with you.
That's good.
My father was a certified plumbing electrician, and I never got to see my dad work. I have none of those skills, so I got to pay somebody to do plumbing and heating for me
See?
when I should already know it.
My God.
But it's not too late, brother.
It's not too late.
Dad, is not too late. I'm calling you dad because you still dad. I already see you holding your son and your daughter.
My God.
Has nothing to do with the past. It has to do with right now and what's going forward. Your son needs you. He's waiting for you. I know we've engaged some of your sons already. And they're reaching out to us because you won't reach out to them.
Wow.
But you can do it. We're here to help you do it. All you have to do is go to my page and we'll start to talk. And you'll find out that if I tell you something, I'm a man of my word or I won't say it.
Wow.
Because my word is all I got.
Word is bond.
Word means nothing once you lie. I don't want to hear anything once you lie to me. So when you ready, and I'm going to say, don't even worry about being ready, just come. And this walk will empower you to become a better man, a better husband. These talks happen while we're walking. You know, some men are going through troubled times in their marriages. And by the time they get home, they're asking their wife to get up, let's talk.
Wow. More restoration.
I can't go to bed.
Yes.
I can't go to bed until we talk.
It's infectious.
There's
It's
restoration.
bigger than just engaging the community. We're engaging each other.
Yep.
All you got to do is show up. Black man, I need you to show up.
I love that.
It's all about us right now. It's we, our, us. Not me, myself, and I. It's we, our, us. Our young men need us. Our daughters need to see and fall in love with the man she's supposed to fall in love with first.
Wow.
Which is her dad.
My God.
Because when she falls in love with her dad, if the man doesn't have those characteristics, he can't even step to her.
That's right.
So,
Well, I'm going to stop you because I don't cry.
Yeah, I can
Let me
run
tell you, I cried once already this week. I got like a one cry maximum, okay? And so, child, I was sitting over here like, if he said one more thing about daddy, I was going to pay you a retainer and go make this a couch. So, guys, listen, we have spent our time. We have empowered. I know it's been an hour. Ain't that crazy? You put these two Aquariuses together, baby. We could shut the whole city down. Wow. And so, and I thank God for you. I thank God for Sam. I'm excited. Baby, before I close out, tell us the riddle and give us the answer.
Okay. What is easier to give than receive?
What is easier to give than receive? What's the answer?
Love.
Criticism.
Oh.
Criticism. Wow. Give me a little pound. Thank you. Y'all didn't get that? I'm
That is
surprised.
good.
And so listen,
Good stuff.
what you may get is some correction through love. What you may get is some redirection. Men, y'all need it like we need it. We all need it.
That's right.
We need it. We need it. If you are fed up, show up. I love that. Bring your sons, not your guns.
Not your guns.
I love that. This one is keep the peace, stop the beef. Whatever you say, get your butt in line.
Yes.
Martin Luther King Day parade.
That's right.
It's up on the screen. We'll make sure it's posted. We'll put out flyers. It's also, if you're watching live at Radio on Fire, we got resources. We got jobs. Come on, get with it, guys. This place, the Connected Corner, where you can get news and resources you can actually use. Every week we bring people on, week after week, that are empowering the community. Be a part of the change and be a part of the solution. I heard somebody today say, be a part of the solution, not the pollution. I love all these slogans, but slogans and sayings ain't nothing with no action. And so, again, I thank you, Dr. Hall, for being here. Junior, my Aquarian brother.
Yes.
I pray that we're forever stuck together.
Yes, we are.
I pray that we are all forever in this battle, walking and working together.
Till he called me home.
Till he
Hello.
called. Listen.
Yes.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I saw all of the comments. Please continue to engage, share this post. We're going to do another little segment after this. We're going to get off of this. I'm going to do a quick commercial with you. And all you're going to do is hold this up, tell us where it is and all of that. And we are going to push that for you. Perfect. Women, if you come out on Monday, we hope you do. Bring your sons, bring your daughters, walk in solidarity, and let's keep the focus on the community. And I'm not, so my sisters out here saying, oh, she demonizing us. I'm a woman through and through. I know what we think about. Stop. Valentine's Day in 2 weeks. Stop. Come on.
Come on, sis.
Like, come on, sis. Keep it real. Stop. For those who will perpetrate, is that all women? No. Is it all men? No. But there will be some that would come inappropriately because their focus is on the men and not the mission.
That's right.
And so guess what? Like they used to say, you ain't going to knock it off my shoulder, nor will you punch me in my mouth. And so I have to be the person that's going to call it out. We have a responsibility to get over all of this, get past it, and get the work.
That's right.
So I'm challenging y'all to get the work. I'm going to bring the hood.
Bring it.
Come
I'm
on.
bring it up.
You better.
I'm going to bring the hood. Love y'all. This has been the Connected Corner. It's been real. Tori Rose, the Connector. You are.
Sam Smith, New Vintage by Sam.
And you are.
Dr. Rodell Hall.
Awesome. I think we got a new team, y'all. Clap us up. Catch us here next Tuesday. Same time, same place, different resources. We love y'all and have a good night.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.